Hello everyone, this is Western New York Fly Guy. Sorry it's taken me so long to get to another one of these fly tying videos, but today we're going to be tying a Marabou jig. So in the vise there you see a 1/16 ounce Marabou jig. It's already painted black. I did that using this ProTech powder paint. You can go and buy it at Cabela's or at Bass Pro or order it online. You can buy these pre-painted too. At all of those locations. Gander Mountain you can get them at too, but I tend to buy them in these plain lead jig heads and paint them myself. So for this pattern you're going to need black crystal flash, you're going to need black Marabou, and you're going to need black woolly bugger chenille in medium. It's a pretty simple and easy pattern to tie using a black thread. You can use 60 denier or 140 UTC. Doesn't make a difference really. You're not usually the fish that are eating these flies aren't completely destroying them, but then again I did have a bass, a smallmouth today, just completely annihilate and destroy one. So we'll see here. So to start with, you're going to Palomar your thread down, and then take your crystal flash and cut it up, fold it in half, cut it, and then fold it in half again and cut it. So you're going to lay it on there. I usually like to have the tail be about how long the jig is. So you'll tie that in, and you'll see that I've got a lot left over here. So what we get to do with that, I'm just going to slide this camera up a little bit. So what we do with that is we're going to fold it backwards. Fold it back, tie it in, fold it forward, tie it in again. And you can do that however many times you feel like you need to get this tail to be the same length. I like to use, you can cut the thread again, or cut the crystal flash again to get it to be the right length. I just like to do it this way just because it seems like it takes less time, plus you've got more to grab onto when you're tying the actual thread in, or tying the crystal flash in. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your Marabou feather here. I always wet mine. Line it up with the shank of the hook and tie that right in. You don't have to go crazy. I usually tie it all the way in up to where the jig and the lead starts, so that you get a nice even bodied fly, nice level fly. You nip that off, and then, as you can guess, I'm going to tie that down just a little bit more. I'm sure you can guess now that the next part is to just tie in this woolly bugger chenille. Again, that's in medium, but it depends on how big the fly you want is, how big of a profile do you want. And then you're just gonna wrap that down the shank to the front, tie it in, nip that off of there, and then you're just gonna whip finish to finish it off. Now, I use these jigs for a lot of different applications. I'll use them for steelhead, I'll use them for brown trout a lot, but what I mainly use them for is for the smallmouth bass in the springtime. You float that under a strike indicator in the right spot, and man, they just can't resist it. I fish with them a lot. Like I said, I fished with a bunch of them today at a Lake Erie tributary, and it's a pretty quick and easy pattern to tie. You can tie it in using gold. I do it too. I tie them in a variety of colors. I'll do them in white and brown and olive, just like you would with normal woolly buggers. But I found my best productive ones are black and white. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully this was a new pattern for you, and it's definitely a producer for me. So tight lines, everyone, and I'll catch you next time.